What's up, everybody? We got a spicy video for you today. We got the nodes from Dark Dimension 8 being datamined. I'm using Baka Was Here sheet. It's very pretty. It's got so much information. And boy, howdy does this look tough. One thing I want to talk about first, though, is that there are 13 nodes with 5 sections. 13 is not divisible by 5. I'm not the best at math, but I know that much. So something is going on with the nodes. Either a couple sections are going to have 3 nodes, others are going to have 2. The lock section could have 5 nodes, and everyone else has 2. Or the going theory from a different data miner, Casper, is that nodes 1 to 3 are probably going to be unrestricted. I don't think that's out of the realm of possibility, because we do have, from the last blog, the most recent blog about Dark Dimension 8, the first few missions are more forgiving than the usual Dark Dimension entrance, and we're inviting all commanders to step foot into the realm and join the fun. Now, the trait requirements are here. I guess unrestricted is no trait requirements, but it'd be really weird if they just straight up left that out. But then it would also mirror Dark Dimension 8, or Dark Dimension 7, where we had, 3 unrestricted, and then we had all the other sections. So that's what I'm going to be going on. I'm going to be going on the idea that the first 3 nodes are unrestricted. After that, it's City Hero, City Villain, Global Hero, Global Villain, and then finally Cosmic, Legendary. But that could be completely off. Maybe it'll be like the first 3 sections are 3 nodes, and the last 2 sections are 2 nodes. Like, who knows what it's going to be? Which, I'm not going to talk about the difficulty a certain section would face, because I can't know that without knowing the sections. I can speculate on, oh, this would counter this sort of thing, and that's what we'll do in this video. We'll try and keep it short, though, and once we have the full picture, all the information, then we'll come back. And hey, I'll talk to Baka and see if we can let this spreadsheet go public, because there's a lot of cool stuff here. Like, for instance, the data mines are showing, like, not only the ISOs, but how the characters are going to act. So Rogue as a skirmisher is actually going to avoid hitting vulnerables. So when Rogue does her special, she's going to avoid someone who has vulnerable. Maybe that's somebody you don't want stunned the following turn. But if they have a vulnerable now, then they're not going to get stunned. However, we have characters like Lady Deathstrike who are then programmed to hit into vulnerables and use their ultimate abilities or their special abilities at given times, or maybe spam them forever, that sort of thing. So it's lots of cool information here. But just looking at the first note, if this is unrestricted, then it completely makes sense, this sentence right here. The first few will be very forgiving, more forgiving than the usual Dark Dimension entrance. Because if we come in here, let's say we come in here with Spider Society, it wouldn't be super hard. It definitely wouldn't be impossible, but it wouldn't be free either. But if we're coming in here with, like, Mephisto, Apocalypse, Old Man Logan, these nodes are this free. This is easy money, right? And maybe this will be a way they can infuse a lot more purple ISO into people and have more people push it, which seems to be their objective, oddly enough. But yeah, the first node, we're getting a lot of mutants, including Lady Deathstrike as Tech and Ares as Mystic, followed by another giant mutant wave, including then Nightcrawler and Black Hat. Black Hat stopping revives, but also stopping bio characters from getting speed up on spawn, right? So some interesting stuff there. We got Pre-Taunts. We got Gambits, who I assume are going to absolutely crack. So maybe if this is unrestricted, this is where you're going to Apocalypse, punch them to infinity as fast as you can. But we also have, Ares coming in almost on every single wave to make sure you're not spawning in with Safeguard, my assumption. Anyway, it also looks like we have a couple modifiers here. Ares is going to special turn 1 and he's never going to ult. So that's pretty interesting. All right, node number 2. Node number 2 also looks like it would be a pretty big pain for the spiders. Because, like, Void Knight would flip everything, but if it's just unrestricted, I mean, there's no problem here. Apocalypse stops the Safeguard, you just do work. Old Man Logan, with, like, Skrull and Mephisto, will solo these nodes, or triple man these nodes very quickly, with Apocalypse just there for a passive. But this doesn't look that bad either, because we do have some pretty slow characters. We got 127 Vol, I think it's 129 on Gore. So if you are coming in here with, like, Robbie Reyes and Pav, for instance, and you're still going to get to go first, and maybe you can still get a snowball going, right? And obviously we got Void Knight coming in with some speed bar. That would be quite annoying. Second wave, we got some more Bifrost characters with the Mr. Sinister. This is, honestly, it's the Mr. Sinister is what leads me to believe that this is probably unrestricted more than anything else. Because he's such a slow character that unless he is, cloning one of the best characters in the game, whether it be Old Man Logan or Mephisto or something like that, I don't see him having a lot of value. I just don't. Which is why it does lead me to believe the first 3 nodes are probably unrestricted. And Scopely, shame on you for not announcing that, to be honest with you. That's actually a pretty big deal. But node number 2 for unrestricted doesn't seem very difficult either. Node number 3, we're starting to see some interesting characters. So we got the Orchis characters with some Sinister 6 This would be a very, very difficult node to go ahead and power through. Also, okay, I guess there's another option. What if the first two sections, what if the first two nodes are unrestricted, and then the last 5 sections all have 2? No, we'd still be 1 short. Never mind. Nope, never mind. Dorky's bad at math. Okay, quickly. Orchis team, Sinister 6 team. Once again, in an unrestricted world, this is very easy. It just is. Even these characters come in, you're going to outspeed them. Nimrod is going to have 20% speed bar on spawn. Oh, wait a minute. These guys don't have any buffs on spawn. So a character like Super Skrull is not going to go first. So you would have to absorb the Nimrod ult? No, because Scientist Supreme's not giving energy. The Nimrod special, which does an ability block and stuff. Oh, that could actually be pretty brutal opening. That'd be a very brutal opening. And then more Sentinels drop in. Oh my god. Yeah, so Note 3, even in an unrestricted world, in a non-unrestricted world, boy, Nimrod flipping all your stuff on the spiders, and then Goblin pinging you down. This has got to be unrestricted. This is actually god tier tough. Yeah, you got to be careful, because this drops in when 5 allies are left. So basically, from the first wave, you drop 1, and then, well, this doesn't make sense that all of these drop in at the same time, because that'd be more than 10 characters. It'd be far more. Wait, it's dropping 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That doesn't make much sense. Something's off there with the node count. But this does look very, very tough, actually. Now that we're getting here, this would be the kind of node where you need to survive the opening from the first part, and then you need to snowball. And you need to snowball fast. The Sentinels, their ads dying is also going to fuel the Vultures, so you got to be careful there. There'd be a lot of micromanaging here that would make this node very tough. Look at all these Nimrods. God. We're all going to be very familiar with Nimrod after doing this node. Jesus, he's a strong character. There's even a 6th wave. Oh my god. These nodes are going to be long. We're looking at like 30 enemies here. That's crazy. All right. Let's move on now. What I think is going to be the City Hero section. So this is what I would imagine is going to be the City Hero section, which makes sense to me because we have somebody like Black Panther Shuri stopping the assist from Peter, right? Everyone's bringing Spider Sight. They just are. It's the only team that makes sense for now. We have Black Knight on the start of the node. That's super rough. We have Captain Britain's coming in. Okay, so first node, like, we got to take care of this Hank so that on, like, next attacks, they're not spawning with speed up. Because if we have Hank and Captain Britain and they're spawning with speed up together, that's going to be brutal. There's only one Hank, though. Also, he's going to be giving his health passive trigger to all heroes. This is an entire hero node. God, this would suck. This would suck so bad. Oh my god, this would suck so bad. Part of me wishes that this was the city villain section instead, because at least then Vulture could steal the speed up, give it to the other Superior 6 members. You can go from there. Maybe you would have somebody like Mysterio who could blind people. But oh boy, that's rough, man. That's really rough. We have Nova on here with a bunch of Korgs to protect him. We have Eternals coming in. Holy shoot. This is, look at all the Hanks, more Black Knights. Dark Dimension is not going to be a joke. Look at this last wave. We have 2 Circes and Icarus. And Icarus always ults? No way. Oh my god. Node 5 comes in a lot more underwhelming, which is good, right? We have a couple pre-taunts. We have some Spider Punks. We have Ultron and then some Hive Mind characters. No Carnage. That's very important. Carnage would be a nightmare in Dark Dimension scenarios because he could just fuel and fuel and fuel, right? All right, going on. Again, we have some Symbiotes, but I don't see Carnage here. Another pre-taunt. We have Titania always ulting. Unavoidable. Ability block plus disrupt. Yeah, this makes sense that it would be on the spiders, to be honest with you. Always special on this Void Knight. This Void Knight specials turn 1, ults turn 2. Oh, that's interesting. That's very interesting. That makes the opener a lot more manageable for the Spider Society team. Okay. And then final wave. Again, we got the same sort of culprits. We have our hero, symbiote people, and another pre-taunt. Okay. Node 6. So now I imagine this is City Villain. Okay, this makes sense. So we would have the stealing speed up from Big Time Spider-Man. Oh, there's a Black Cat. What does Black Cat do? No, she doesn't stop us from getting speed up outside of Crucible. So we'd still be fine. We have another speed up on spawn. It looks like, and we have a Hella here. This does look like it's primed to use Vulture's Superior 6, which is, I think, how they would have to program this for people doing the Dark Dimension 8 now to have any sort of shot. This is still going to be incredibly hard, but you can see the difference in the nodes. Like, if we look up here at what I think is going to be a Spider Society, look at the kind of enemies. We see Hanks, Black Knights, New Shuris, the Nowhere characters, Captain Britain, and then if you go into the probably City Villain section, a lot more manageable and feeds right into what, like, the no-brainer team you want to bring kind of does. With that said, what's the value of Lizard here? Lizard would steal a lot of buffs. Lizard would steal a lot of buffs, which is good. And he'd have his taunt up. He's going to get a lot of speed bar whenever these spiders, whenever he spawns into the spiders, right? Okay, I like that. I like that a lot. We have Dawkins everywhere. So who goes stealth that we don't want to bring from City Villains? I don't think anybody, right? Maybe future characters? Maybe the Night Stalker team would have some villains? No, I don't think so. I don't think so, based on, like, Morbius, Man-Thing, Karen, Blade, presumably. I don't think that's going to be the case. This doesn't look that bad, though. And yeah, hella feeds into Vulture nicely. I mean, it's not the perfect gain, right? Because your other characters are getting more rewind than they're getting help. But Vulture is a dope-ass character, so I think that's great. All right. So it'd be 4 or 5. So yeah, 7 would still be... Ooh, we see a death pool. Because I'm thinking Mysterio might be the MVP of the City Villain section by putting Blind and Ability Block out there on a bunch of characters and having minions take hits for you. But we see some death pools here. And we see gore. Ooh, maybe they thought it through. Yeah, because, like, if you bring Mysterio and we're just getting absolutely rolled by death pool pings and gore pings, that would be really, really bad. This node looks way tougher. I don't see any speed up on spawn, so that doesn't help us. Do we have a spider character? We don't. No spider character on spawn there. I don't think he's Spider-Verse. So nothing to fuel Lizard to get an early taunt up. We have some heroes, though, that would make our Vulture go first. So this is pretty interesting. Yeah, this is pretty interesting. This node is going to be tough. Yeah, City Villain is going to definitely be a sanity check for sure. All right, and that would take us to Global Hero. Let me blow my nose and we'll get to it. All right, so if this were to be Global Hero, we would be coming in with Illuminati. Well, I would be. With Speed Up or Extreme would also have Speed Up, which would fuel the Kang, who's always ulting to turn me to rewind you. Ooh, Deadpool's always ulting to stun you and put lots of bleeds out there. Yikes. And then I'm bringing Black Knight. I know a lot of people will be as well. I'll be bringing Nightcrawler as well with the Illuminati to keep up with them. This looks not super bad if you're going in with Illuminati. For the Extreme team, again, not super bad. What is there another global team? A global hero team? I don't think so. This doesn't look super duper bad. It just doesn't. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not seeing it being super duper bad because a character like Nightcrawler comes in here. He gets a nice early stun off. He's going to be putting slow at a bunch of people. His cooldowns are pretty short. And then the Illuminati characters, they just, especially Hank, like we talked about Hank earlier, his health trigger is crazy, right? So I don't think this node looks like it would be terribly difficult. Oh. We do have stealth, don't we? Dawkins would be scary. Late Strike Bleeds would be pretty scary. I guess the taunts would be pretty annoying. I'm going to be curious to see if this Sentinel is the rework Sentinel or not. In fact, all the Orchis characters, are they the rework characters or not? But node 8, wow, it's a lot of waves. I'm not seeing it be that terrifying. Yeah, I don't see it being that terrifying for the Hero Global team. Oh shit, here we go. This is... Okay, so we got Illuminati and Illuminati Violence. We got Black Knight coming in just to ruin your day. And then we have Pav with Speed Up and Penny just being an absolute unit, just tanking everything, stunning you. Energy like crazy for Pav to keep ulting you to death. Okay, it just got really real. Oh, we have Old Man Logan. No, we knew it was going to be a matter of time before Old Man Logan was used against us. A Dark Dimension 8 level Old Man Logan is crazy. How are we going to be able to kill him? Bro, what? How are we going to be able to kill him with his insane healing and his insane speed? Is Black Knight mandatory for Dark Dimension 8? to put the heal block on him and the trauma so he actually keeps his debuffs. It might be the case. That might actually be the case. Holy shit. You may not be able to get through it without him. It's going to really depend how much this guy heals and everything. This is going to be a crazy node. Node 9, not looking forward to that one at all. Just this one wave right here is insanity. Then we have the Annihilators after. I do wonder about the Thanos passive as well. Because he heals up when he does it, right? So if this is if his ult is hitting as hard as it should reflect in his damage, this might one-shot you and then he's like fully healed up for it. I don't know. That's brutal. But I guess once again, Black Knight would put trauma heal block on him. So if it was the Black Knight that pushed him, then the Black Knight, he wouldn't heal up. And then when you die, you'd be able to come back in. This looks insane. Holy shit. Okay, it's fine. 10, 11, this would be global villain. So I'm coming here with Cabal. A lot of people are going to come in here with Orchis. Lots of mutants. Lots of mutants for Orchis to thrive here. That's the first thing I see. I also see only 3 waves. This is lots of mutants for the Orchis team to thrive in. And this is lots of Nightcrawlers to give Cabal a really hard time. Quicksilver up here too. Yeah. But at the same time, we would have our own Apocalypse here. I'm bringing Lady Deathstrike. If you bring in Scientist Supreme and the Orchis members, this might be one-shottable. If you crack it out on the Orchis members, very much so. This doesn't look that bad at all. Now, you are going to get stuck behind an early taunt very quickly. Omega Red is going to smash. I assume Quicksilver is going to smash. But once again, we have Apocalypse on this section, I assume. So I don't think this is going to be very bad. Node 10 not looking that bad. Node 11, on the other hand. Oh, no. Oh, no. The Cabal members go stealth. They're throwing Dawkins at us. Do the Orchis members go stealth? I don't think they do. Oh, no. They hard counter Cabal in the first way. I mean, you would eventually get there once again with Apocalypse. So you have to deal with these Sasquatches first. And we got Leader over here always ulting. That's crazy. Okay, this is going to be a tough one for sure. We also have Gore here. This would actually counter the Orchis members, right? All the Sentinels dying. Gore would be popping off with his stuff very quickly. He has anti-revive mechanics. So he would stop your Scientist Supreme from reviving people. So this is very interesting as well. Again, Weaver with permanent kill mechanics as well. Oh no! Speed up on spawn. Plus, oh god, a 2 Nightcrawler. Oh my god. No, not like this. But, once again, Scientist Supreme would go first. Scientist Supreme, lots of the Orchis members. Unavoidable. Scientist Supreme would give them offense down, unavoidable. You would not get defense down as long as you had all your Orchis members and Apocalypse, he spawns with immunity. Then you'd be okay. This is made for Orchis. I'm seeing Black Knight for Global Hero and Orchis for Global Villain pulling way far ahead. Like more Dawkins. We do have a lot of perma-kills though. Ultimus would mess up the Sentinels, but that'd be fine because they'd come back, or they're going to be the Sentinel bots. So many pre-taunts. Geez, look at this. 7 waves. Jesus. More Dawkins, more Sasquatch. I'm sorry. What the fuck is this wave? This node? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 Sasquatches. Did we find their country? Is this Sasquatchville? Is this going to be a goddamn map of the Canadian Rocky Mountains? Like, what are we doing here? This is crazy. This looks doable with Orchis. This looks painful with Cabal. Just throwing it out there. With Cabal, the speed up on spawn characters really, really hurts you. Because you don't have the ability to go first, like when we had Nightcrawler for DD6 or DD7. Yeah, they're going to really, really hurt. Damn, I'm going in with Cabal too, because I didn't wail out on Orchis. That's going to be a tough one. That's going to be really tough. Oh, Jesus, here we go. So yeah, 12 and 13, they're definitely the last 2 sections, right? Oh my God. Oh my God, Jesus. Do you see this? Let me blow my nose. I'll be right back. All right, Cosmic... Mystic, whatever, legendary. Okay. They said, y'all better be prepared for this. Y'all better get your Mephisto and your Skrull ready. I'm assuming Old Man Logan's going to be in there, but it looks like they did find a way to immediately counter the Old Man Logan on the first node. But we also have other great characters like the Annihilators, you know, Thanos giving energy to everybody, Gladiator taking the first couple of hits with his safeguard would be very important here. But we have Mephisto. So it's going to be Mephisto versus Mephisto. Here's the thing. Did they fix Mephisto in PvE content, though? Because the way Mephisto is currently working... Oh, God. Wait a minute. I think I know what we're going to have to do. The way Mephisto is currently working... If he does damage to somebody, it becomes permanent health damage, right? They'll completely heal that up on the next attempt. They just will. It acts like the max health damage isn't actually damaging them. So the question becomes, if I use my Mephisto basic on this Mephisto, it does like the 50% damage to him, right? When I lose and go back in, does he have that 50% back? Because then we're facing the Mephisto, empowered Mephisto, on every single fucking attack, which would be stupid. You'd never get through it. Not with Hank healing, right? And Photon healing, the Robbie. So then what we're going to have to do, you're going to have Mephisto. It's not an option if it works that way. You're going to have Mephisto because you're going to Mephisto Ultimate. Because if it works the same way as it works in raids, the exhaust does carry over from attack to attack. So you're going to have the Mephisto exhaust, die. And then you come back in, you use your Mephisto exhaust again, you die. And then when you go in on the third attempt, Mephisto will have to exhaust, and he's not going to do his passive. His empowered. So that's how is that how that's going to work? I'm going to ask them, because that's stupid. I mean, they're not going to confirm or talk to me about it, because this is Datamined nodes. But that's how I'm reading this. Just looking at the interaction our Mephistos have into PvE content, I think that's what we're going to have to do. That's dumb. Look at this node. Look. We have anti-assist mechanics everywhere. Do we know if this persists? Let me know in the comment section. Does the Black Panther anti-assist persist through death? It shouldn't, because she has to be charged, right? Which is probably why they put 2 of them on here. That's why they put 2 of them on here. So that your Old Man Logan will be screwed. And there's 1 here. Okay. So we're going to want to take out these Black Panthers as soon as possible after the Mephisto, obviously. Okay. It is what it is, I guess. Damn, kind of wish we had Apocalypse here to Falcon Punch somebody on every turn, right? Every turn we're going to lose. This is going to be... And another Mephisto. The goal on the 5th node, or the 5th wave, from wave 4, we're going to want to take it down in such a manner that when Mephisto drops in, it's like Skrull is taking a turn, or Old Man Logan is taking a turn. You want one of them to be about to go and control him right away. And then try and nuke him down as fast as you can. It's going to be super difficult. Way easier said than done. Otherwise, we're going to have to do probably the same thing again. Double exhaust, double burn attacks, and then you go away, and then you try and do a good attack then. We have lots of Red Hulks, lots of Rogues, lots of Robbies. Gee, Mephistos with Robbies everywhere. Oh my god, they are leaning into... They're not being shy about it. They know how gimmicky this kind of shit is, right? The assists, the turn meter rewinds... The taunt, stun traumas, speed up on spawn. They're leaning hard into it. These nodes are atrocious. I'm about it, though. Dark Dimension is a one-time thing. It should suck. All right, node 13. All right, unpopular opinion. This is fine. Just like the last wave, like you're going to want to use Mephisto Empowered Ultimate here to give them exhaust. And from there, they're not going to do their assist stuff, right? Or sorry, the retaliate stuff. This doesn't look that bad. We're going to have to wait and see what this Thanos endgame passive stuff is like. But I don't see this being the end of the world because it's just we're going to put exhaust on it. And hey, at the end of the day, since we're using Mephisto in this section, eventually we could have up to 5 exhausts. So if it takes us 20, 25 attacks, they're going to have, 5 stacks of exhaust, or you'll start picking people off with his empowered basic. It's not going to be the end of the world. This wave will suck. Because we're going to have to fight through the Weaver charges, and we're going to be stuck on the pre-taunt with Safeguard, because we don't have Apocalypse here, right? Because this is Cosmic Legendary. Still, that's okay. Yeah, Old Man Logan is going to be very helpful on this one, because we're not seeing any stoppage. We have stun traumas. We have traumas across the board from him very frequently, and we're definitely going to need it here. Mephisto is definitely going to be needed for this guy. Holy, I hate seeing this in PvE. Look, it's brutal. I don't want to downplay it. This node 13 looks like this is going to be like a 10 attack node, even with the characters we have, because I assume the enemies are going to be jacked up to like twice as powerful as Dark Dimension 7, would be my assumption. We got Apocalypses, we got Old Man Logans, we have a strong-ass Nimrod with 2 Sentinels, so he's getting 20% speed stat right away. It's not going to be easy. And then here is the man, the myth, the legend himself. We got Odin, the All-Father, the Dad of the Year. Yum. This is going to be tough, guys. This is going to be brutal. The people racing, I expect them to be spending a bunch of cores to get through this. I'm seeing this mystic section, mythical, legendary section, whatever. The last section, I'm seeing it being done in no less than 20 attacks. Yeah. Yep. And then I'm seeing on the villain section, Orchis is going to be light years ahead. Light years ahead. And the global section, like, I think you're going to need Black Knight. For this guy right here, like, this is crazy, man. We're going to need Black Knight for this. Anyway, let me know what you guys are thinking about this stuff in the comment section below. I mean, this is just data mine, so it's not confirmed, but also, like, this game mode's coming in a few days. So I think this is pretty much guaranteed to be what we're looking at. This looks tough. If you want to see it live, come hang out Monday at 5 p.m. Eastern. I will be going into Dark Dimension right away. I have all the sections ready. I imagine if 1 through 3 are unrestricted, we'll be able to beat those. And then the City Hero sections, we'll be able to start those. But, you know I swim in some deep waters. I got some Kraken friends who might be trying to push very hard on the first day, in the first few hours. And we'll be showcasing their gameplay and talking it out and seeing how things are working in live time. Come and check it out. It's going to be a lot of fun. But for now, hey, you guys, stay happy, stay healthy, have fun. I'll see you a little bit later today to go over the blog. But for now, bye-bye. That's it for the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Stay happy, healthy, have fun, and I'll see you in the next one.